What's up guys, Gordo and I are coming back at you with this sick K-Series Civic. This thing is clean, man. It's definitely a rad build. So we got a bunch of little things we got to do. I'll bring you into it. All right. We got this sick K-Series Civic here. Lucero built. It's tight. Dig it. Super clean. Dig the side skirts. Nowhere near as long as mine, but awesome. It's got full 2008 Civic Si interior. It's really cool. Even the back seat. Look at this. Look at that. That's sick. So, got a few things I need to do. I need to go ahead and put this fuel pump in there, and then I need to go ahead and start doing the coolant lines. Got dash 16 hose here, and then a few other little bits and pieces. So just got a bunch of little stuff got to go on here, and then this thing should be a ripper. Sweet clean car. It's a lot like that other red one I did. So I got to do these heater hoses, it looks like. A bunch of little stuff. Awesome. So I started getting this line all made up. Got the dash 16 on there on this side. Got to get this side all cut up so I can get this going in there. But that'll be looking sick, super clean. And then I'll go ahead and do the bottom hose from there to there. Super clean, simple. And then I got the heater hoses all figured out and tightened up there. They're all clamps are all tight. It's all looking good. Dig it. Things are coming along with this thing. So got this dash 16 all started, got it on here. It's gonna be running right to here. So I'm gonna go ahead and mark it with the electrical tape and then cut it and put this side on. And then I'll go ahead and just do this bottom hose from there to there. And I got the heater hoses all figured out and on there all tight. Clamps are all tight and looking good. Everything's coming along. So I got that electrical tape right there. You see that's right at pretty much the metal here, right before the actual hose goes on. So that's kind of right where it needs to be, so it slides all the way in and then gets clamped inside here. So gonna go ahead and get this line made and then move on to the next one. All right, so I got my list and it says no power to the fuel pump, wire conversion harness. Then it says run radiator lines. That's what I'm doing right now. No trans fluid, I saw that. Valve cover grommets, so I got to take all these 10s off, and then there's actually no grommets underneath this little metal thing, so I got to put grommets under there. And then heater outlet pipe has a hole towards side of the head, weld shut, buy new one, question mark. So I got to check that out. There's a hole, oh, right here, this guy right here. So that technically, pretty sure, 99.9% sure is supposed to like tee off with something right here. So I need to figure that out real quick. Oh, there's one right there too, so maybe I'll just loop them together. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. It looks like the hole on the list was that hole, not that hole, but very close to it. So Sean's gonna have to go ahead and weld that up before I can go ahead and put coolant in this and they can tune this thing out. But I'm gonna spray it off with brake clean and clean it off for Sean so he can weld it. But I got this line all worked up. So the 90 goes on this side over here, right here, and then the 45 will go on that side. So I'll just go ahead and tighten both those up. That looks super clean, super sleek. I like that a lot. Run it the rest of the way down. Tight. And then I'll hit those with the actual crescent wrench, but let me just make sure those are my only two coolant lines in here. Yeah, looks like they are. All right, so I had to round up all the grommets and one grommet with the washer for this guy here. So it looks like I'm actually one short even too, so I only got 4 here. Do one more. Boom, boom, and then 2 for the front. I'll need one more. Just doing this real quick before I take the car in the air to do the bottom line so that I can just have the top pretty much buttoned up before I have to come back down. And then when I come down, I can just do that wiring and ship it, you know what I mean? As well as put trans fluid in it. I wonder if the valve is all the way on. This is seeming kind of up there. Oh, the grommet's not all the way in, that's for sure. I can see that now. Got this thing going on there. Looks real sweet. They'll come over here. Boom, right in there. Should be awesome. Should be sick. Awesome. So I got all these tight here. It's a really nice line, real snug. I tightened up on here as well. So I just make sure everything's tight. Get all the little things. Coolant lines are all taken care of now. So that's when I can check off the list. Awesome, so I got the trans all filled up, all tight now, so got that all taken care of, and then I started going ahead and doing the jumper harness for the chassis adapter. I got this side plugged in over here, and the cap put in the put in there because there was no cap in here, and then I plugged this one in as well. So that goes all the way over to the rye wire and plugs into the jumper underneath, and then it looks like there's 3 wires and just one other plug down there I got to take care of, and everything should be taken care of there, and then I got to put a fuel pump in it and it should be all good. So in here it looks pretty straightforward. I mean, I just have these 3 wires here, these 2 white, or this one white and then one green, and then the black. These 2 already have pins on them. I didn't put pins on them, they just had pins on them, so I don't know if they got pulled out at all or something, but I already looked on the Rywire website and I couldn't figure out instructions for this like they have for the B series and everything. So I'm gonna go ahead and ask my dad, because I've actually never done K series wiring before, or K swap wiring. It's all been just newer Civics that I've messed with KUIs, besides Landroses, but that was already all swapped when we got to start to build it. So Style Up Strat did the swap on that one, and then we just went ahead and swapped the motor a few times. But I'm gonna go ahead and go back here and get onto this fuel pump. So it's already got all the wires, or the lines and everything, unhooked, except for this 110 here. There's no fuel pump in there, but I got a fuel pump in a bag right here, and then I can just go ahead and do lines and everything. I'm really good at these, so I'll go ahead and bust this out real quick. We got 2 10s. I just noticed another one. Awesome, so we got the pump all in here. I know it's a little dark in here, but we got the pump all in here. Just gonna go ahead and slide this boy in there. Get the bag in, get the pump in. Make sure we get the bag and the pump in the tray. That's the biggest part. That's why they got this crazy slant on them, so they can get in the tray. Because there is a tray inside of the gas tank that the pump actually sits in. It doesn't just drop down into the gas tank. So got to make sure I get it in that tray, and then everything should go just perfect. So dropped right in, you see that? Nice and easy. Gonna pause you guys for a second so I can put all the bolts in, and then we'll be right back. Boop. Oh, all right, so I got the lines on, everything plugged in. Just doing the 10s now. Just gonna go ahead and zip these down. Awesome. So that's all buttoned up there. Now I just need to make sure everything's wired so the pump will power before I go ahead and put the cover on, but that's taken care of there. All right, so I got all these checked off, and now it just needs to make sure it's got a tune, and then we gotta have make sure the fuel pump has power. I plugged everything in, but currently haven't given the battery power yet, so I don't know if the fuel pump's gonna have power yet. He said it didn't have power with the stock fuel pump, but it also wasn't plugged in over there on the chassis harness, so that could have been, I mean, that's his injectors, that's everything, so that could have been why he didn't have power, because that's where all the power's jumper over is that cap. So maybe it will now that I put that cap in there, but we'll have to see. All right, so yeah, it still doesn't have power even with the key on and the jumper plugged in over there and everything. So I pulled up the instructions, and all the power wires are like there's a green with a yellow. Let me just pull it right back up for you guys. So we got a few power wires here. Tack, fuel pump is green with the yellow. A16 green, orange is mill. ELD's green, red. That's brake switch. So yeah, really the green yellow is the one we're trying to find here, and this one looks like just a solid green to me, not a green yellow. Yeah, the green yellow is in. So the green yellow is in a pin right there, and it should be an A16, I believe that was. So let me pull this back up for you guys. A16. Yeah, so so they're saying A16 on this side, so this is the A plug over here, right here. Yeah, so we're going to 16 on the back of this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16. So it comes out on 16, and it matches back up on the other side. So when I'm coming in here, I see this main relay. I know these two wires are here and they're trying to fool me, but I see this main relay here, and I don't know if he's got a good one in here or not, but I know this wire here, right here, is the main relay. It's supposed to be the main relay. Normally you'd have to drop down here and reach in and get it, but it looks like the zip tie's already popped. So let me go ahead and try and fish this thing down. It's caught on some stuff up there. No main relay. Looky there. So it looks like he just unplugged this. Thought that maybe the K-series harness didn't need it anymore, but main relay is kind of the main relay, one of the most important parts. So I'm gonna plug that in. Let's see if we get fuel pump. Hey Jamie, you want to see if I got a leak now?
Yeah, it's not much. I just changed those.
Okay. Okay.
There's some good ones in your desk.
Yep.
If you open the drawer, they're in a box on the right front.
Awesome. Awesome. But it's sweet, we got power. So that solves everything. Another thing I can check off the list. That's everything but the tune, Jamie.
Sweet.
Awesome. Definitely gonna be excited about that one. It's sweet. He's got some matching wheels in the trunk that got slicks on them, so he's gonna be ripping all the way around. So I just got 2 new clamps over from my dad's side. I'm gonna let him pop these off and then get these good guys on there. These ones are a lot stronger. They got a lot more space to tighten down, not just a little bolt clamping on one side. It's all the way around, so they'll get on there good. All right, so I got all that all tightened up. I'm gonna prime it real quick. Just hit it twice, and then I'll be able to go out here and I can just see if it's still shooting. It looks a lot better, but I'm gonna leave the camera here and then we'll watch the video. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and watch that, and then I'll know if it was leaking or not, and you guys will know too. All right. So I think this bad boy is all ready for a tune, and then it'll be able to rip on the dyno. So this is the video for today. This super sweet K-Series Civic. So we got a fuel pump in it, we got transmission fluid in it, grommets on the valve cover, lines made for the coolant system, heater hoses made, all the wiring all solved, and the fuel leaks fixed. So thing's gonna rip. It's gonna be awesome. It is NA, but he has the stuff to build a motor later on himself, so he's gonna build the motor later on and then maybe even turbo it. I don't know what his plan is, but I think this thing's gonna make some power, so can't wait to see it on the dyno and ripping. It's gonna be sick. So while I was waiting for that tube to get welded up, I was just kind of feeling around, and I felt the alternator, and it's really warm. On the pulley, it's actually kind of hot. The alternator itself is kind of bigger, so it didn't heat soak as much as the outer little pulley, but I believe it was shortening out. So I unhooked the power down there, I unhooked the power up here, but I've got to trace that out and figure out what's causing that, because it should not be cooking the alternator like that. That could start a fire.
All we've done is turn the key on.
All we've done is, yeah, we haven't started the engine or anything. We just made sure the fuel pump worked. So, yeah, that's a little scary, honestly. I don't like little electrical gremlins like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I unplugged all this stuff so I could get the water tube out. I wonder what it was.
You just trace the power.
Yeah.
Make sure it's not grounded out.
I'm following this back. Oh, I think I might see it. I think that's a solder joint.
No, look at it closer, bro. That's 2 eyelets with a bolt through it.
Yeah.
And this is undone from the battery, right?
Yeah, this is undone from the battery.
Okay. Let's find the end of the tape and let's just untape this.
Yeah, just untape it.
And look.
And those are both our power wires. One goes to the fuse box, the other goes, so. That one going to the battery, I think, is actually our starter wire. But I can't tell because they're both right next to each other.
I'm trying to find the end of this so I can unwrap it.
Yeah. They hit it pretty good.
You did a fine job taping. Oh, there it is. You think it's a bolt?
I think you're right, yeah. It looks like a 10 sticking out the bottom. At least they taped it. So it wouldn't ground out.
Yep.
Yep. Is it warm?
No.
No, it's not warm like the alternator is.
It's definitely not a good way to do a power though.
Especially not the one with the battery.
So yeah, this one goes down to
The alternator.
yeah. Here, let's just cut these zip ties and check all this out.
Yeah, pull it all out.
See what goes to what. See what we can change. Back here.
And there's one like right here.
There's one back here.
And then there's one right in here. The starters are problem. There we go.
Okay.
So that's the alternator.
This one is?
Yep.
That one's the alternator?
Yeah.
And it's coming
And it
from
doesn't
the
feel
fuse box.
warm, but the alternator itself. Maybe the shorts in the plug.
It could be. If the plug's wire ground somewhere. And then where's this one go? This one goes to the starter?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Well, we definitely want to redo that.
Yeah, we definitely.
This alternator one looks fine. As long as it's not.
Plug's definitely warmer.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's been warm. Yeah, it's definitely been warm.
There's a little grayness, but nothing really burnt.
Is it labeled? Yep.
Labeled alt. Should just look at the wire colors. I mean, it's not the budget harness. They're at least wire colors, so
Yeah.
I can
Check the colors. Check the diagram.
yeah and annoyed it. Whew. See where? I mean, it goes into the loom, so it's kind of lost.
Yeah.
That's what we're to undo.
Ground's on? Yep.
The ground is on. I did that. Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, definitely need to go through this stuff though.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
Yeah. Right on. Well,
Bobby.
you wanna help me with the bat rod?
About right, yeah.
Let's
What
get that
we doing?
fucker together.
So this K series is turning out really clean. So I want you guys to all leave a rad ass comment down below, like and subscribe. So this is GoofyBuilt. Peace out.